Yo, match day. I don't know what match day is, but myself, LT the Don, Kevin, went to watch the game. The FA Cup final. Interesting game. Very, very nice game. Of course, you know, the best team won at the end of the day. But yeah, to be fair with you,
the spot.
huh? I don't even know the spot. I'm just walking. There we go. Yeah, it was a fun game. The game ended. What I think was it 3-1. United wasn't playing their best. We kind of capitalized on the game. And yeah, man. Haven't been out for a while, to be honest, because obviously like this whole COVID shit and whatnot. But the boys told me to come out for the game, and you know, I was like, alright, cool. To be fair with you, I was not expecting us to do much because we got smoked 3 times. But the game ended in 3-1. 1 goal for each smoke. You know what I mean? Yeah, wait, what was you guys' predictions before the game?
2-1.
Mine was 2-1 to Chelsea.
My one was 3-1 United.
Kevin's was 3-1 to United.
I said 2-1.
LT's was 2-1 to United.
Flipping the other way.
So Kevin basically, this is the first time when Kevin said something that cursed himself, but not me. Because usually, when Kevin says vamos, it's over. Kevin did say vamos a lie.
Yeah.
If you said vamos, I think we would have been sticky for the game.
Yeah, true.
But to be fair, we had a very good game. Reece James, for me personally, man of the match. Jude played sick. Willian had boosters on the pitch. What's it called? Mason Mount had a brilliant game. Aspilicueta had a pretty decent game, marking Rashford the whole game. Rudiger was alright. Zuma, you know, he has his moments and he kind of drops off and whatnot. Who else? Giroud, I already spoke about Giroud. Kovacic had a brilliant game. I loved the way he was driving to the defenders and whatnot. That was very, very good. We kind of needed that. Yeah, 100%. I think Reece James had a brilliant game. Him going forward, as much as I wasn't the biggest fan at the beginning of the game when he was just constantly going forward, because I was like, yo bro, like sit a bit back, we kind of need a bit of defense because you're kind of getting exposed. But he played a brilliant game going forward. He set up a lot. I think he started a lot of the plays. He could have got a couple more assists. I think all in all, as much as United have had a bad game, I think we capitalized on that and we had a brilliant game. Like the whole team, everyone worked hard, everyone showed passion, drive, and everything you kind of need in a game like that. Semi-final, and I'll be honest with you, since the restart, our best player didn't play that game. Pulisic, by far the best player since the restart, in my personal opinion. But yeah, we didn't really need him. I'll be honest with you, the next thing we need to worry about is Liverpool I think in a couple of days, and what's his name, Wolves. Liverpool, I hope at least we get a draw, so a couple of points of a cushion. And then Wolves, we need a win. No matter what happens, we need a win from Wolves. Leicester's lost today. That's very good for us. Why?
With the Leicester, first one for Leicester, man.
Oh yeah, no, Leicester's fixtures are peak. But yeah, Leicester lost today, so that was very, very good for us, because they need to now beat United and hope that they have to beat United basically no matter what happens, because United, if they win their game, they'll be 3 points ahead and United just need a draw. We need at least one win, because we're 4 points above. So if United beats Leicester or gets a draw and we win one of those games out of the 2, we're pretty much through, and we should be very good for a top 4. And I'm looking forward to next season. But give me you guys player ratings Hold on.
We ain't gonna do player rating.
Player ratings, Kevin. Start off from De Gea.
I'll give him a literally 4 out of 10.
LT. Player ratings for De Gea.
I'm not gonna give.
All right. Player ratings for what's his name, Lindelof and Maguire.
Maguire, I'll give.
I think Maguire had an on and off game. Yeah, he had Giroud to deal with.
But he.
On and off game, this fucking guy headbutted one of his teams.
Bro, that game was a UFC fight.
I'll give
bro.
Reece James a 10. 9.
I think he's by far because the way he was getting the balls, he was driving forward. He by far had the most brilliant game. But as these guys don't really want to do too much of a rating, I will leave the Chelsea rating for later, and I'll see you guys later on. So this is my Chelsea player rating for the semi-final game that we played against Man United. So I'm going to go one by one and kind of give the rating. I was meant to give it earlier, but I've kind of, took some time and whatnot. But here it goes. Caballero, I believe he didn't really have too much to do in the game. So I'm going to give him a good 6.5 because he didn't really have too much to do in the game. Alonso, he had a very good game. He put in a lot of crosses. He did pretty decent defensive work, so I'm going to give that, for that reason, I'm going to give him a 7. Zuma, I think that tackle on Anthony Martial was a very, very dangerous tackle. But other than that, defensively, we did pretty well. So I'm going to give him also a 7. Antonio Rudiger, he was a beast in defense for me personally, so I'm going to give him an 8. Azpilicueta was also defending and he was marking, I believe, Rashford at some point in the game, and I think before that Jorginho was marking him, so that is why I'm going to give Azpilicueta probably a very strong 9 because he was also going forward. And this brings me on to the man of the match performance by Reece James. I'm going to give him a good 9.5. I wasn't the biggest fan of him going forward, but other than that, he did very good, and he did get an assist in the game, I believe. I'm not too sure, but I believe he could have got more, and he was one of the very few people that was driving towards them. That's the defense and midfield done. No, that's the defense and goalkeeper done, sorry. The next is, I believe Jorginho was marking Rashford in the first half of the game. He wasn't terrible, he was alright, he's still a bit slow, but I'm going to give him a good 7, I believe. Most of the people are getting 7s because I didn't really see too much of them in the game. They weren't really that involved. Kovacic, I think I'm going to give him a very strong 8.5. He drove a lot towards them. He had a very good game. He was always on top of everything, and he was a very good player for us in that game. Mason Mount, I know he scored a goal that was very bad goalkeeping by De Gea, but he also had a very good game. He took on a lot of the players. He had a very good game himself. He did do a lot in the game. I believe he almost had an assist. He put in a couple of balls in the box very nicely. And then Willian, when he turned on the boosters, no one's catching him. He's a bit older, but he's still very quick. For that reason, I'm going to give Willian a good 7.5 because he had a very good game himself. What else I've done? Alonso, I've done Azpilicueta, all the defenders have done basically. Midfielders, Jorginho, Mason Mount, Kovacic, Williams done, that's 4. And it brings me on to Giroud. I think Giroud was one of our best players in that game. I'm going to give Giroud a very strong 8.5. He's a little bit behind Reece James for me personally, because Reece James defended very well and he went forward very well. I know there's a couple of slips by De Gea, that's where Giroud scored, but other than that, he's been one of our best players this season. So that is my player ratings for Chelsea in that game. And hopefully in the final we can take it and give Frank his first ever title with managerial title with Chelsea in our first ever final. And thank you guys for watching. Please subscribe, like, comment, share, and turn your bell on for upcoming videos, and I'll catch you guys very soon. Peace.